Hello everybody. My confidence in front of the camera is getting like comfortabler, you know what I'm saying, as the day progresses, you know what I'm saying. Before you know what, I'll just be like talking with my hands full, because this is not even my full potential, you guys. This is not even my full potential. I just like, my craziness is contained. But anyways, welcome to another episode, another series where I read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and I read it chapter by chapter, you know what I'm saying, and basically just talk through it, read through it, and just ask questions, that comes to my mind when I read it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, sometimes I wonder like how other people's religion, like the Quran basically. I always wondered how it looks like, and where they keep it. Is it like a Bible they keep at home, or do you just read it when you go to a certain place? So obviously this is not a Bible, this is a phone, but I have the Bible. Yeah, and see, this is not a Bible, it is a phone. But yeah, you can get the Bible. Like, the Bible is a book, right, basically, and it's a book that is inspired by God. So everybody that's written in there has been inspired by God, hence why they write in it. And you can actually download an app that has Bible verses and chapters and books in the app, or there's also, you can just go online and just type in the Bible, and there's like many different versions. But I think we just have to be on the lookout with some versions, because some versions they kind of omit certain words from the Bible. So when you are searching for your perfect Bible, just do some research and you'll find the perfect one for you. But today we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 6, I believe. So we're starting again. We're reading. Yesterday we read Genesis chapter 5, the descendants of Adam. So today we are reading Genesis chapter 6, a world gone wrong. So let's begin. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women and took any they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years." So remember the other day, I was marveling at the fact of how these people lived for like lots of years, like 500, 700, 900 years. And now we see here that the God's like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna live more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they taught or imagined was constantly and totally evil. Dang, man. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, "I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them." But Noah found favor with the Lord. Imagine upsetting God, like, yo. Like, imagine just upsetting God. Like, God put you here on this earth, and he put a plan for you, a purpose for you, and you're just there, doing everything that God just wants you to do. And then God's looking like, yo, I don't want to upset God. The story of Noah. This is the account of Noah, who, by the way, was 500 years old when he gave birth to Seth. No, when he gave birth to Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So he was blameless among everybody else. That's mad. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, "I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth." So then you see that, like, God's purpose and plan for this earth was not one of violence. Like, you see that he, like, when he's seeing violence and evilness going on in this world, it hurt him, like, it hurt his heart. And so do you think that with all the evil and corrupt that's going on in this world, that God is happy? Like, I doubt it, man. And then to only have Noah as the only righteous one there. Okay, so God said to Noah, "I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout this. I can't even read. That's so mad. Then construct decks and stalls throughout its interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide and 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Imagine like you just getting a like you getting this information from God. Yo, Noah must have been very righteous to be able to follow the commandment that God had for him, that God gave to him. Look, I am about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your son and your sons and your wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird and every kind of animal and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. So yeah, like you just see that Noah, he brought, you know, the animals. I wonder like what animals then became distinct because they weren't saved, type of thing. Imagine if God told you to build an ark in this 2020, like right in front of your yard, and tell everybody that God is gonna send a flood down, so they better be prepared. And you know, you gotta let everybody know, get lots of animals, you know, 2 by 2, the birds, you know, livestock, everything, put them in the ark because there's gonna be a flood. Like, would you do it? Like, I know we say that, yeah, God, like, use me, I want to be used for your glory, I will do anything. But would you build an ark if God told you to build an ark? I'm trying to think, like, if God gave me that vision, would me go out and buy those materials that God told me to build and then start building it? Like in a big field like this, would I build an ark and really go through what God has told me? Like, it's mad. Like, I wonder if Noah had like any hesitations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how when God was telling Moses, like, I'm gonna choose you to lead the Israelites, you know, to the land that I'm gonna give to them, and Moses was kind of hesitant. He was like, I don't think I'm the person that you need. I'm not the one, God. Like, don't you see how I speak? Why can't my brother speak for me? Why can't my brother do it for me? But God is like, no, I want you to do it. Like, this is the plan I have for you, type of thing. And so I wonder if Noah had that type of like hesitation at first. You know, I wonder how many people Noah had to go through to then just kind of have that full motivation and vim to do what God has ordained for him. I wonder how many people have denied Noah's request for him to like find that motivation. Like, I wonder how hard it was for him, because here we kind of have like an overview of, you know, of a timeline, like an overview of Noah and stuff like that. But I just wonder the story behind it all. I wonder, you know, how he was feeling, you know, what he was thinking, the conversations that he was having over dinner, like if he was working, what thoughts were going through his mind throughout the day, you know, throughout work day and stuff like that. Because for me, I'd be like, yo, like, as I'm in the shop buying the wood and stuff like that, I'd be like, God, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Ark. Maybe he said something like, I don't know, dark or park. He said park. That's basically Genesis chapter 6, a world gone wrong. You know, like, again, we just see how God created the world, beginning with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, how it was perfection. They were one. And what I mean by one, it was like they were in the garden with God. They could hear his footsteps when he would come in, you know. They I guess they seen him, you know. And you know, the plants were there, animals were there, animals were talking and stuff like that. And so like the vision that God had created for this world was perfect. And then you just see people, it's always the people that just come to destroy and add their 2 cents or whatever. Which is completely sad. That is something I took from this story, y'all. I like this story. But thank you guys for joining me. It was amazing so far, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this chapter, and I will see you on the next Bochve. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any, you know, points that you've picked up throughout this video from a verse I read out or by something that I said, engage with me in the comment section below. We could talk about it. If you got any questions regarding this chapter, put them down there. I might not be able to answer it, but at least still put your questions down there, and maybe somebody will answer, whether that's today, a week from your comment, a year from your comment. Just have the patience of knowing that there's an answer that's coming to you by somebody else, or, you know, true God, somebody else, true God. by God through somebody else or by God directly, you know what I'm saying? But thank you guys for joining me, and I will join you next time on Bochve chapter 7. So peace.